A month goes by. Julius and the DC Police Department are saddled with cases of bodies without any melanin. The body count reaches an enormous level of 800 cadavers. The media has been reporting this to be a possible new disease infecting black men and decides to name the blue penis disease. There are reports that black men living with the blue penis disease are ravenous and violent, and if a blue penis Negro infects women, they will become ravenous and violent as well. The biggest problem with the theory is that one can not know whether or not a black man has a blue penis. YouTube and Instagram go wild with people claiming that they saw scores of black men in packs infected with the blue penis disease, ready to commit violence and rape women with their blue penises. The hysteria gets fever-pitched. Black men are sending pictures of their penises and posting them everywhere to prove that they did not have a blue penis. Police take advantage of the panic and start waiting outside of go-go clubs late at night. Predictably, the black men that want to take women home with them would expose their penis first to prove that the blue penis disease did not infect them. The cops are arresting black men in bunches for indecent exposure. The press cites the disease to be a byproduct of down low men and sexual activity. There have been rumors of government plans to quarantine heavily black populated areas within the city of DC, specifically non-gentrified areas. Some of the politicians around the country argue and use this as a platform to advocate for testing and the tracking of black men around the country. For the safety of the country, hate groups insist that the disease is infectious and that the illness will spread outside of the black population. The police and Julius know that it is not a disease because all the victims have contusions, and a struggle is always evident before the loss of their melanin. The number of bodies is alarming and random. They found bodies in cars, hotel rooms, houses, movie theaters, club bathrooms, and isolated metro stations. After the media coverage reaches its peak, the bodies stop being found, and there are no more occurrences of beings with African features found with the complete absence of melanin. Missing person cases among black males is still relatively high, but without the bodies to display, the media fervor begins to dissipate. Julius tried some undercover operations, but there has been no success. His dead best friend's sister Lisa wants to go undercover as a prostitute to find out who is behind the murders. Julius is not happy with her decisions to go undercover. He confronts Lisa about the police station when he notices her walking down the stairs, and he runs down to grab her.
What the hell do you think you're doing volunteering to go undercover for this case? Whoever is behind this has killed 800 people. This person or group of people is dangerous.
Lisa pulls away from Julius.
I know you want to protect me, but there are way too many brothers for me to sit by idly. I came to this force to help and protect people, especially the ones of our community. I'm gonna do whatever I've gotta do to protect them.
Julius knows Lisa is stubborn, so he looks at her sternly. Lisa knows that Julius cares for her well-being, but she feels that she has a chance to make a difference, so she wants to take it. Julius has been in the office for 14 hours going over the multiple cases and cannot find a pattern. Some of the men are gang members. Some of the men are professional. Some are unemployed, and others work menial jobs. There is no lead. Julius decides to go to a coffee shop to his head. Julius sits in the coffee lounge, noticeably stressing out. An attractive woman walks into the cafeteria and sits at the table with Julius. Her eyes are deep and very striking. Her physique and face resemble the appearance of a physical trainer. There was not an ounce of fat on the woman. Her body is chiseled yet extremely feminine. Julius saw a few women in the magazines that look like her, but has never witnessed a woman so breathtaking and seemingly unaware of it. There's something very alluring and mysterious about her. Julius glanced at her.
May I help you?
He asked. The lady says that her name is Valencia.
How is your case going?
Julius thinks it is odd that a woman would randomly come up and ask him about how a case of his is going.
What case are you referring to?
Valencia plays dumb.
Oh, you look like you were studying something hard, that's all.
Julius thinks it is a good recovery and decides to play along. Julius frowns and says, "You must have heard something about the body count, and there has been no letting up." Valencia glances at Julius up and down.
I think I may be able to help you.
Julius looks up.
Oh, really? Help me. How are you going to help me, lady?
Valencia began to smile.
Have you figured out the motive for why all the bodies are being accumulated?
She inquired. Julius starts shaking his head, thinking to himself that this bitch knows something.
Motive. Lady, what you know? I ain't got time for your charades.
Valencia's eyes went up.
Where is a spot where many black men would be congregated around lots of women?
Asked Valencia. Julius thought that this was a weird question for a black woman to ask a black man. Julius looks around and says that there is a spot out here called Vibe.
A lot of thirsty black men go there. Why do you ask?
Says Julius. Thirsty, an urban term used to describe a man that craves sexual gratification from any woman. Valencia shoots up in her seat.
Are you still working right now? If not, I would like you to take me there.
Says Valencia. Julius is surprised at how forward the attractive woman is. She obviously has an angle, and whatever it is, she is very confident. Julius looks at his watch and feels a need to be cautious, yet he is nowhere on the case and yearns to make real progress. Plus, he is also curious about the woman's forwardness towards him.
Why not? I will walk you over there. It's right around the corner.
Julius and Valencia walk together to the club. Julius is in his work attire, slacks, dress shirt, and tie. Valencia dresses in a sleek blue outfit. The outfit is pronounced in all of the beautiful curvy features of Valencia's body. As they are walking towards the club, some of the men are looking feverishly at Valencia. Julius is a physically imposing man, so no one says anything, but Julius notices the stares. The line for the club was long, and there was commotion on who was getting let in and who was not. Julius could pull out his badge and get in early, but he does not want to give away his identity and status unless he has to. One of the promoters notices Valencia and offers her access to VIP. Julius says that he is Valencia's brother, so they let them both in and surprisingly are not patting people down as long as they match the dress code. Julius offers Valencia a drink, but she politely declines. The VIP section is well organized with waitresses running back and forth with lit bottles and sparklers on top of them. The guests of the club are flashing money and their worth. In the VIP section, with the labels blatantly on display, the women have designer dresses and luxurious high-heel shoes. The section contains a few ball players and local rappers that are just starting out in the industry and a few dope dealers. Julius recognizes some of the drug dealers as being disciples of the Livingston crew, who are very conservative in appearance and quiet in their public persona. Julius has no problems with the Livingston crew, as the previous leader, Rod Livingston, is within the code and has created and started an abundant amount of businesses in the poor black areas. Rod Livingston was convicted of drug trafficking 2 years ago. The Livingston crew is constantly in the court system and has their businesses raided on a constant basis. Ray Johnson and his crew sits at the far end of the VIP section and are a loud, extravagant bunch. Their clothes are loud, their cars are blatantly fancy and stick out like a sore thumb, and they make it a point not to buy any legitimate businesses outside of some dingy strip clubs. The Ray Ray crew rarely runs into issues with the police. Valencia looks out onto the dance floor, so Julius notices and asks,
What are you staring at?
Julius sees a very attractive woman talking to a man. The woman seems that she is way beyond a person concerning attraction. The woman is dressed to the nines. She wears a purple dress with matching high heels. The woman initiates the conversation and seems to be the aggressor. Julius begins to think that the man might have a lot of money. Then he looks at the man's clothes, which seem to be less than ordinary. Julius then thinks that the man might just be a rich nerd or one of those types that like to go for a grunge look. The only other scenario that Julius can think of is that the woman is an escort. Unfortunately, that did not make sense to Julius. Having experience in the Vice unit, he knows when men go out with escorts, they are to be dressed well and will be in the VIP section. Judging by their interaction, this man just met her. Another woman bumps into the man, causing him to spill his drink onto himself. The drink looks to be a cranberry vodka. The red fluid flows all over his shirt, staining his white shirt red. The woman was unfazed by the man's considerably dorky behavior. Julius observes the woman helping him with the spilled drink on his shirt and wiping him down in a seductive way. This lady is focusing. Her display indicates that she apparently wants the man and is attracted to him. Julius wonders what is drawing this woman to this man. He decides he needs to get closer to size up their interaction. Julius orders a drink to get closer to the two. There is a wall to the right of the couple, so Julius decides to move from the bar and to go over and lean on the wall. The man is talking at a non-stop rate about the nerdiest topics. The man talks about his record in Madden football and how he has won tournaments and his love for the new Madden football game. The man even starts bragging about his ability in World of Warcraft and brags about his success in his NFL fantasy league. Julius's mind is rambling. This girl is supposed to find a way to leave or walk away from this guy a long time ago, but she is stuck right in front of him, pretending to laugh, enamored with his conversation that is all about his individual habits. The woman then asks the man if he wants to go home with her, and that she has a spot within walking distance. The nerdy man has no idea of how he should respond as he was struck silent by her abrupt instance and was trying to think of something to say. It finally hits Julius what the woman is doing. Julius is confident that this lady wants to get one of his organs and sell it on the black market. Julius always had a huge suspicion that when some of the wealthy people got sick and needed bodies, they would hire hackers to hack into hospital databases to find out the blood types of people and wherever they would be a match for them regarding an organ. Kendrick Johnson comes to mind. But nowadays, under Obamacare, a multitude of people are known in one massive database designed for easy access. A system that had its network already taken down. Julius has no trust in it. Julius leans back on the wall, now wondering if the victim in front of him is a product of the easy access from the Obamacare database. Julius wants to protect this man because he is apparently being duped. A white man and a beige black man approach the lady, draped with designer items all over their dress attire, and proceed to ask the girl if she would like to join them at their table for bottle service. The men even mention that they have access to reserved booths at the Skins game and wants to know if she will like to attend the games with them sometime. The woman blatantly ignores the two men and asks the nerdy dark-skinned black man that she has been talking to earlier if he is ready to leave. The men are in shock, look at each other dumbfounded. They are sure their materials will lure her away from the man because in most cases it will. Valencia walks towards Julius. Julius tells Valencia that this woman is setting that man up for his organs and that he is going to follow them out. Valencia sips the wine and smirks while Julius walks away. The woman leads the man outside. Julius slowly follows so he does not garner any attention. The nerdy man is excited as the woman drives him away. And although he has never been involved in a one-night stand, he has a great feeling that tonight he will have the opportunity. The nerdy man cannot wait to tell his online friends that he plays with from World of Warcraft the good fortune that finds him. And Julius makes his way behind them while making sure not to be too close to cause them to notice him. Julius begins to think real hard. The dress the woman is wearing was worn by a music star at the Grammys, and it looks like the exact same dress. Her shoes are expensive designer brand, yet she is leading this man into a park to possibly perform a simple trick. The organ theory makes more sense to him because of the value of the organs. This woman wearing the type of clothes she is wearing and her model type look does not match this man at all. The drunk wino man that was grinding for the Yeetras a month ago hops in front of Julius with his hands out.
Jesus wants you to help the homeless.
The drunk wino smells terrible and reeks of old stale piss. Julius envisions that the man has not washed his balls in a month. Julius tries to walk by, but the man confronts him.
Oh, you think you too good to help a nigga out, you fuck nigga?
Julius pulls out his badge.
I'm police, and if you don't get your funky ass away from me, I'm gonna put a bullet in your ass.
Julius looks up and can no longer see the nerdy man or the woman walking with him. He starts walking and wonders where the couple went in the dark, secluded park. The nerdy man is nervous and begins to wonder why the woman is not talking to him, is not taking him to an apartment or a house. The sexy woman in purple feels that the man is getting nervous and wants to assure him that everything is okay.
I feel like doing something exciting tonight, and I think you're open-minded enough to do it with me.
The nerdy man read that women like men that exude confidence, so he pretends to not be nervous and wants to assure the woman that she is dealing with a player.
It's whatever you want to do, girl, because I'm going to tear it up.
The sexy woman